Welcome to Laboratory of Dreams.
Good evening, dear dreamers, adventurers, and seekers of the extraordinary. Welcome back to your sanctuary of imagination, the Lab of Dreams. Ah, can you feel it? The air is tinged with the scent of fallen leaves. The nights are growing longer, and a sense of enchantment fills the atmosphere. Yes, my friends, it's that magical time of the year again. Halloween. I'm Harry, your guide and narrator, and tonight I have the honor of taking you on a journey like no other. A journey that will make you question the very fabric of reality, where wishes come true, but not always as you'd expect. So go ahead and make yourself comfortable. Snuggle under your warmest blanket, dim the lights, and let the worries of the day drift away. Close your eyes for a moment and take a deep breath. Feel your body relax as you exhale and open your eyes to a world of endless possibilities. Tonight we venture into the quaint town of Maplewood, a place where Halloween is not just a holiday, it's a tradition, a celebration, and a mystery all rolled into one. We'll meet Emily, Tom, and Sarah, three friends who discover that even the sweetest of candies can lead to the most bitter of outcomes. Are you ready to step into this magical, chaotic realm, to experience a Halloween that promises to be both enchanting and life-altering? Then hold on tight, because this is one adventure you won't want to miss. Without further ado, let's turn the page and begin our story. In the quaint little town of Maplewood, the air was thick with excitement. This wasn't just any ordinary Halloween, it was the 100th anniversary of the Maplewood Halloween Festival. Cobwebs adorned every window, giant inflatable monsters towered in front yards, and pumpkins grinned mischievously from porches. The festival was the talk of the town, and everyone was eager to make this year's celebration the most memorable one yet. Among the hustle and bustle were three inseparable friends, Emily, Tom, and Sarah. Emily was an avid reader with glasses perched precariously on her nose, always lost in a fantasy world of her own. Tom was the athletic one, forever dreaming of becoming a sports superstar. Sarah was the quiet thinker, with a rich inner world she sometimes shared through her stunning drawings. The trio had been counting down the days, eagerly discussing their costumes and plans for the much-anticipated evening. As they walked down Maplewood's main street, their eyes widened at the spectacle before them. Food stalls offering caramel, apples, and pumpkin pie, games with exciting prizes, and a dizzying array of costumes captivated their senses. But what caught their attention the most was a peculiar candy stall at the end of the row. It was unlike any they had ever seen, shrouded in mist with colors dimmer than the vibrant stalls around it. The vendor behind the stall was enigmatic, cloaked in a flowing garment of deep purple and shadows that seemed to dance around. No one knew where the vendor came from. It was as if the mist had materialized them specifically for this centenary celebration. The vendor's eyes sparkled mysteriously as they gestured to an assortment of candies laid out. Curiosity getting the better of them, Emily, Tom, and Sarah approached the mystical stall. "Care for some wishing candies, little ones?" the vendor crooned, their voice tinged with an almost inaudible note of warning. "Wishing candies?" Tom blurted out, his eyes twinkling with interest. "Yes, they're quite unlike any candy you've ever had. One bite and your deepest desires may just come true," the vendor explained, a mischievous smile unfolding beneath the cloak. For a moment the friends exchanged hesitant glances. Then, throwing caution to the wind, they each chose a candy. They thanked the vendor, who replied with an ambiguous, "Enjoy, but remember, wishes are a tricky thing." As they walked away, candy in hand, the vendor's warning lingered in the air, mixing with the mist that enveloped the mysterious stall. Unbeknownst to them, this Halloween was going to be more than just memorable. It would be life-altering. Little did Emily, Tom, and Sarah know that their choices at that mystical stall would unleash a series of events beyond their wildest imaginations. The celebration of a century was about to take a magical, chaotic turn. As the Halloween festival continued, Emily, Tom and Sarah couldn't help but feel a tingling sense of anticipation. They enjoyed the games, the laughter, the costumes, but the mysterious candies they'd acquired from the enigmatic vendor weighed heavy in their pockets and even heavier on their minds. As the clock neared midnight, the three friends found themselves at their secret hangout, a cozy treehouse hidden deep within Emily's backyard. They decided it was time to taste the so-called wishing candies. "Should we really eat these?" Sarah questioned, examining her candy, which sparkled mysteriously under the dim light of their lantern. "We have to find out if they're as magical as the vendor said," Emily replied, the curiosity burning brighter in her eyes than the candles flickering on the treehouse walls. "Yeah, what's the worst that could happen? We make a wish and it doesn't come true." Tom chuckled nervously. The friends unwrapped their candies and held them up for a toast. "To wishes and magical mysteries," Emily declared. "To an unforgettable Halloween," Tom added. "To being careful what we wish for," Sarah concluded, still skeptical but not wanting to spoil the fun. With a nervous excitement, they placed the candies in their mouths. The taste was unlike anything they had ever experienced. Sweet, but not overpowering, with a burst of flavors they couldn't identify, as if they were tasting colors or emotions. For a moment, nothing happened. Then suddenly, the treehouse began to shake softly. The candles flickered wildly, casting eerie shadows on the walls. The friends glanced at each other, startled, as a gust of wind blew through the cracks in the wooden planks, as if the universe itself was acknowledging the magic they'd just unlocked. "Did you make a wish?" Sarah asked, her voice barely above a whisper. "I did," Emily responded, gripping the book she always carried. "I wished for an adventure greater than any I've read about." "I wished to become a sports legend," Tom admitted, his eyes gleaming with the reflection of his aspirations. "I wished to bring my drawings to life," Sarah said, looking somewhat uneasy. As they shared their wishes, a sudden realization washed over them. What if the wishes actually came true? The air felt different, thicker, as if it had become a tapestry woven from their deepest desires and wildest dreams. But wishes, they would soon discover, are a double-edged sword. Though they tried to dismiss it as child's play, they couldn't shake off the feeling that something extraordinary, or possibly troubling, was about to unfold. Midnight had struck, and with it, the mysterious forces they had awakened were now weaving their fates into the fabric of this magical, chaotic Halloween. The festival had officially ended, but their real adventure was only just beginning. The morning sun broke through Emily's window, casting a warm glow over her room. She woke up feeling as if the day was filled with endless possibilities. Hurrying downstairs to make breakfast, she found a note from her parents saying they'd gone for a weekend trip, a common occurrence given their busy schedules. Alone in the house, Emily thought it would be a good time to dive into one of her cherished adventure novels. But when she flipped open the pages, her eyes widened in disbelief. The pages were completely blank. Sitting there in her reading nook, she felt the weight of her wish from the night before. "I wished for an adventure, greater than any in these books," she thought, her heart sinking. "But I didn't mean to erase all the stories I love." Meanwhile, across town, Tom was experiencing his own dilemma. Eager to show off his newfound soccer abilities, he arrived at the local park for his school's soccer practice. He felt a tingling sensation in his legs as he approached the field, and for a moment he felt invincible. But when he took his first powerful kick, the ball rocketed into the sky, vanishing from sight. His teammates stared, dumbfounded. Tom's face flushed red. "This isn't what I had in mind when I wished to be the best at sports," he mumbled, scratching his head in confusion. Not far away, Sarah was in her room, eager to fill her sketchbook with new creations. When her pencil touched the paper, it moved with a life of its own. Within moments, intricate drawings filled the pages, so vivid and lifelike that they actually began to animate. Just as she was about to revel in her artistic triumph, the tiny characters sprung to life, leaping off the pages and scurrying around her room. My art has never been this lifelike. Literally, Sarah sighed, chasing a miniature dragon as it knocked over her vase. By evening, each friend had grappled with the unintended consequences of their wishes. They gathered at their secret meeting spot, a sturdy treehouse overlooking their quaint town. "This isn't how I pictured my wishes coming true," Emily sighed, showing her blank book to her friends. "I didn't either," Tom added. "I wanted to be better at sports, not ruin them." Sarah shared her own woes, showing her friends a video of the animated chaos that had erupted in her room. "I wanted my art to come alive, but not like this." Emily then pulled out the wrappers from the mysterious candy they had eaten. Squinting their eyes, they noticed inscriptions previously overlooked. "Wishes granted, yet twisted in form to break the spell. Solve my riddle before dawn." The friends exchanged worried glances. The sun was setting, and they realized they were racing against time. "We've got to find that vendor and solve this riddle before it's too late," Sarah declared, clenching her fists. As they climbed down from their treehouse, each felt the urgency of the ticking clock. Their wishes had spiraled into a web of unforeseen complications, and now they had until dawn to untangle it. The festival was over, but their true adventure had just begun. The trio huddled together in front of the treehouse, their faces lit by the setting sun. Each clutched a bike handle, ready to pedal furiously toward the now deserted festival grounds. They couldn't shake off the feeling that their entire town had changed since they last saw it. Everything looked the same, but felt completely different, as if warped by their very wishes. "Are you guys sure about this?" Tom asked, hesitating as they reached the gate that led into the fairground. "We don't really have a choice," Sarah said, her eyes narrowed, focused. "We have to fix this for our sakes and the sake of the town." They pushed open the rusty gates and entered the fairground, now a shadow of its lively self from just a night before. Tents were being dismantled, and rides sat still and silent. It was as if the magic had been drained from the place, leaving a hollow echo of laughter and life. The friends rode through the maze of stalls, each more empty than the last, looking for any sign of the mysterious vendor who sold them the wish-granting candy. They reached the spot where the peculiar old woman's candy stand had been, only to find it deserted. "It's like she never existed," Emily said, feeling a lump in her throat. Just then Sarah noticed something, a faint glimmer beneath a pile of hay near where the candy stand had stood. She rushed over and brushed aside the hay, revealing a small, ornate chest with a lock that seemed to require a special key. "I think we're meant to find this," she said, lifting the chest carefully. As they fiddled with the lock, trying every method to pry it open, Emily's fingers brushed against a hidden latch on the underside. A secret compartment popped open, revealing an old, rolled-up parchment. She unfurled it cautiously, and the friends leaned in to read the handwritten riddle it contained. Within these grounds, wishes were made. Now find the spot where innocence played, a time long past, yet moments away, where laughter reigned, both night and day. They exchanged puzzled glances, each contemplating the cryptic message. Tom suddenly snapped his fingers, a light bulb moment clearly illuminating his face. "The carousel, it's been here since the festival started 100 years ago. That has to be where innocence played, right?" he exclaimed. Without wasting another moment, they dashed towards the carousel, hearts pounding in rhythm with their footsteps. The air grew thicker, almost as if the world itself was holding its breath, waiting for the kids to solve the riddle and undo the tangled web of wishes. Reaching the carousel, they felt an aura of ancient magic envelop them. Emily placed the parchment on one of the wooden horses, and as she did, the carousel creaked to life, spinning faster and faster. A spectral figure appeared, the old wise witch who had sold them the candy. "So, you've solved my riddle," she cackled, yet her eyes were kind. "Be careful what you wish for next time, children." The carousel stopped spinning and the witch vanished. In her place lay a key, perfectly shaped for the ornate chest they had found earlier. Rushing back to the chest, they inserted the key and opened it to find another set of candies, this time gleaming with a soft, restorative light. "One more chance to make things right," Sarah whispered, each taking a piece and biting into it, wishes now guided by the wisdom of their wild day. As they chewed the candy, a wave of warmth washed over them. They felt their wishes reverse, the twisted forms unraveling. Emily's adventure books were restored, Tom's overwhelming sports abilities balanced, and Sarah's art regained its beauty without the chaos. "We did it," Tom said, relief washing over him. "Yes, but remember this," Emily added. "Wishes aren't shortcuts to happiness or success. We have to earn them the right way." Nodding in agreement, they rode back home, the first rays of dawn breaking the horizon. Their wishes were gone, but in their place was a newfound respect for the magic and mystery that life itself offered. No candies needed. And so, as the sun rose, they returned to their lives, but each carried the lessons of that fateful Halloween close to their hearts. Ah, my dear friends and fellow dreamers, we've reached the end of this magical Halloween journey here at the Lab of Dreams. What an extraordinary tale it has been, filled with wishes, magic, and life-altering choices. As the veil between our world and the magical realm grows thin this Halloween night, let's take a moment to reflect on the lessons we've learned. Emily, Tom, and Sarah have shown us that wishes, while alluring, come with their own set of challenges and responsibilities. Now, as you lay in your cozy beds, wrapped in the warmth of your blankets, let the soothing energy of this story wash over you. Imagine you're in Maplewood, where the air is crisp and the leaves are a symphony of autumn colors. The scent of pumpkin spice and caramel apples fills the air, and the soft glow of jack-o'-lanterns lights your way. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. Let go of the day's worries, and as you exhale, feel yourself sinking deeper into a state of blissful relaxation. Your body is light, your mind is calm, and your spirit is at peace. Halloween is a time of magic and mystery, a night when anything is possible. So, as you drift off into your own worlds of imagination, may your dreams be as vivid as Sarah's art, as adventurous as Emily's books, and as ambitious as Tom's goals. Before we say our goodnights, don't forget to like this video, share it with your fellow dreamers, and subscribe to the Lab of Dreams for more magical stories and enchanted journeys. Your support keeps the magic alive. And now, my dear friends, the time has come to part ways, but only for a little while. I'm Harry, your guide through the realms of imagination, wishing you a good night, sweet dreams, and a magical Halloween. Good night, everyone. May your dreams be as enchanting as the stories we share.